Hello, I'm Brad Sherman from America's Best Name City, Sherman. I'm a member of the Progressive Caucus, and I have a 100% rating from the NAACP, the Human Rights Campaign, Planned Parenthood, the AFL-CIO, the Brady Campaign to End Gun Violence, and the League of Conservation Voters. But I have an F from the NRA, and I'm even more proud that I have an F, the first member of Congress to get an F from the crypto industry. Now, I join with others in introducing the Medicare for All Act, and I'll be introducing next week my bill to regulate all drug prices, all of them nationwide, and save Americans $300 billion. I join with others in introducing the Green New Deal, the Women's Health Protection Act, the Assault Weapons Ban, the Equality Act, and I am the only member of Congress to confront Donald Trump face-to-face in front of the cameras. That's why I'm endorsed by Gavin, Alex, and Adam, by Pelosi, by the only trans member of Congress, Sarah McBride, and the first member of Congress who's a Muslim from California, Latifah Simon. That's why I'm endorsed by Henry Stern, and Ben Allen, and Jackie Irwin, and Julia Brownlee, and Rick Saber, and every elected official who's endorsed in this race. But what I'm proudest of is I've been endorsed by every Democratic club that is endorsed in this race. I'm a fighter. I'm the kind of football coach who says, look at the instant replay, damn it, maybe we won on that one. I'm the kind that filed articles of impeachment against Donald Trump, the first one to do so in 2017, and I voted to continue with impeachment efforts time and again in several votes in 2025. I join with others in introducing articles of impeachment against Kristi Noem. And people say, oh, that won't work. Why are you trying it? Well, you keep trying and you keep trying according to the rules. And we did that. We shut down the government to get health care for 22 million people, and we are close to getting that health care for 22 million people. But you fight not with lies, but telling the truth. One of my opponents is sending out a bunch of texts claiming that H.R. 2006 is some right-wing piece of crap. Pelosi voted for it, Ted Lieu voted for it, Ro Khanna voted for it, Maxine voted for it, and half the LGBTQ caucus voted for it because it will save 2 million lives in the world by fighting HIV/AIDS and tuberculosis and malaria and extreme hunger. That's why I voted for the bill. And then someone else, one of my opponents is sending around something saying I voted to fund ICE. Here are the bills that have funded ICE, and I voted against every single one of them. And you're welcome to that page afterwards. Now, after getting this endorsement, I wanted to devote my time to what I always devote my time to, beating Republicans in tough races around this country. That's why you saw me walking for George Whitesides, and then before that, Christy Smith, and before that, Katie Hill. I am the only candidate in this race who you've seen fighting to elect Democrats, and that's just what you've seen locally, because I'm involved in dozens of races around this country. I sat down with the DCCC after the 2024 election. They said, Sherman, your efforts probably got us 2 to 3 seats that we wouldn't have otherwise. But the big thing is Proposition 50. They gathered us together and they said, we looked at the polling. We can only win this if the entire delegation backs it and backs it strong.
1 minute.
And I knew crypto was after me, and they had spent $45 million against Sherrod Brown. I knew, they showed me the map, that I'd lose 150,000 constituents who voted for me overwhelmingly. I'd lose 15 to 20 delegates who would be here but are now in neighborhoods I no longer represent. And I said, that's okay. Do what you have to do to win the 5 seats, and the grassroots will back me up. The party will back me up, even if the district changes. Now, this is important because it's happening in Virginia right now. The Virginia legislature just took steps to put on the ballot a map that they're drawing now to gain us 4 more seats that we desperately need. And it can't go forward unless the 6 Democrats from Virginia sign off on it. And they're coming to me, and they're saying, Sherman, they're going to take a whole county away from me. They're going to take a town away from me. They're going to take my strongest supporters away from me. Am I cutting my own throat if I agree to this plan that will help save the country? And I say, do what you have to do. The party will have your back. Look at what's happening in California. Let me go back to the floor on Tuesday and tell the Virginians, yes, you can.